Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is going to be a plan with me for the week of December 18th through the 24th, 2023 using my B5 Archer&Olive notebook. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. Here we are in my B5 Archer&Olive notebook. I'll be going with the vertical layout for this week's spread. I'm going to be using this stencil from the Crafter's Workshop, and I'll be pairing it with the days of the week and week number stamp from this set from Elle Studio. I'll be using the December stamp from this set from Paper Person, and I will be incorporating my favorite number stamps from Heidi Swap. I'll also be going with the same two distressed oxides that I used last week, as well as my black VersaFine ink. As you can see, I already have some washi on the page to basically mark out the different areas that I'm going to be using my stencil. I've started realizing that putting washi directly on the page is sometimes a little bit easier to make sure you're getting like crisp lines with regards to the stencil. So I'm going in with the Lucky Clover Distressed Oxide, and I am going to fade these two different colored inks into each other. So basically one of the Distressed Oxide colors will be for each day of the week. Now that I've finished on the left-hand page of the spread, I'm going to move over to the right-hand page of the spread, alternating the colors once again. As usual, because this is a vertical layout, I will be having Saturday and Sunday share a column. So once we get to the stamping portion, you will see that that's going to happen. I did decide to bring down the stencil to the bottom left in order to have a little bit of color behind where I'm going to put in the month and everything. And now that the stencil work is done, I'm going in with these days of the week stamps from Elle Studio, as well as number stamps from Heidi Swap. I really like the way that this came out. A lot of times I experiment with different ways to put the dates and days of the week in. Sometimes I'm only using the dates, not using days of the week at all. But I really like the way that it came out in this week's spread with the day of the week half on and half off the stencil. And then the date above that, I did try to have the dates even with each other. That was one thing I think I struggled with a little bit last week. So I definitely tried to take some extra care to have the dates be level with each other. And with these days of the week stamps, that was a little bit easier because they're all the same height. That was the issue that I had last week, is that my days of the week stamps were different heights basically. Not this week. Everything is much more structured in a sense. And I do really like the way that it looks with everything kind of lined up. Now, of course, this date stamp set from Heidi Swap has different fonts to it, but that doesn't bother me. I actually love that about this stamp set. I feel like it adds just a little bit of fun variety to the spread without being too all over the place. So I love the fact that this stamp set has different fonts in it. It's fun. It varies things up, but not too much. And as you can see, now that I finished with Saturday the 23rd, I'm going in with Sunday, and I am putting in the date and day of the week halfway down that last column on the right-hand page. I will not lie, I did eyeball this. I didn't actually make any measurements on the page to make sure I was halfway down. So I definitely should have done that, but I didn't. Now I'm going in with my December stamp, and let me tell you, I pushed this thing in so hard because it didn't ink the page evenly last week, and it came out even worse this week. I don't know what I did wrong. I held it down for so long. I sped this clip up a ton. That way you weren't bored just watching me hold it down, but unfortunately it still wasn't successful. Even with that, I do really like the way that this spread came out. The last touch here is just adding in the lines to separate each day of the week using my Micron in 08. Again, I really wanted to go with very traditional red and green Christmas colors for last week and this week's spread, and I'm so glad that I did. I hope you all enjoyed this plan with me, and as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.